Hey everyone,
I'm Jill.
and I'm Ryno.
And we love bourbon.
In addition to drinking it, we also wanted to learn about it and share that info with you.
So come join us in
The Bourbon Study. Hello everyone, and welcome to The Bourbon Study. I'm Ryno. This is
I'm Jill.
Wow, there was a little bit more of a hesitation than I cared for right there.
I don't remember. I turned 40 this year. My memory is gone.
Yes, but you know what helps with memory? Bourbon. So that's what we're here for, right?
What'd you get for Christmas, Ryan?
Well, I got this fancy subscription service that I had never heard of before called Flaviar.
Flaviar. Like caviar.
We decided right before.
Flaviar.
But for flavor. From what I understand is it's a quarterly thing. So every 3 months I'm going to get a bottle, which I believe will be a $7.50 bottle.
Did you pick this bottle?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, so what happens is you go into the site. It'll say, just like click every alcohol that you like. So I was like, okay, well, I drink gin. I obviously love bourbon. I like tequila. What happens is they'll say, okay, well, this term or this season, you have these bottles to pick from that you can pick. And so there was like 2 or 3 mezcals. There was a couple bottles of bourbon.
Now that you're a member, you have access to the website, so you can buy bottles in addition to what's your. Yeah,
there's like a whole thing now where you get like a member's discount. If an order is over a certain price, it's free shipping for members. And there's like some other benefits. They have they call it like a booze feed. So there's like information. So it's really interesting because depending on whatever alcohol you select, you learn a lot about that alcohol or like mixed drinks or just whatever you want. I really like it because I feel like it's very accessible. Like there's a YouTube channel where they kind of give you there was one that I watched the other day that was about mezcal versus tequila, like what the difference was. I don't know if this is part of all subscriptions or just the one I have, but there's also, you get to select.
I'm pretty sure it's all because a friend of mine got a vodka one and it was exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
The 3 samples.
Yeah, it's like a sampling thing. So it comes with 3 drams that are 50 milliliters. And they give you a bunch of different choices too. And again, it doesn't have to be just because I selected bourbon, it didn't have to be bourbon. There was Japanese whiskeys. I almost got the gin one because I was like, okay, well, I also really like gin and tonics. I think that's really cool because it's kind of like, it's like you get to try a little bit.
It's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
My liquor I went with this time was Penelope Bourbon Barrel Strength. It's 116 proof. It says this batch was blended from 3 bourbon mash bills that are aged a minimum of 36 months in new American oak barrels. Each barrel was carefully hand-selected and blended into a single batch to create this unique offering. And I have tasted this.
It's pretty tasty.
This is one of those things when this bottle is gone, I would look for another one of these bottles, but I never would have found it.
And the price point for this is $40, so it's not gonna kill your budget. If you want something that's like a slow sipper that you just enjoy, this one's got a lot of really great flavors to it.
I will say this too about this because there was an alert on the site when I ordered. I ordered on Christmas Day. The second I opened it, it said there could potentially be delays in shipping due to the demand because of the holiday. This was at my house. So Christmas this year was a Friday, Christmas Day. This was at my house on Tuesday.
Now Santa was very good to me.
Got quite a bit.
Santa knows what I like.
Yeah.
If anybody out there in the bourbon world, I'm sure you've heard Buffalo Trace. Santa happened to be in the right place at the right time, schmoozing the right Total Wine person, and he actually purchased this George Stagg Jr. at retail price, which is $69.
You French kiss an elf, that's what's going to happen.
Well,
been known to tickle a snowman's buttons.
You can't just stroll into Total Wine and buy George Stagg Jr. or any of the Buffalo Trace varieties for that matter. So don't attempt to go right now, but we do know that they get weekly shipments. So if you do start to schmooze your Total Wine or ABC staff,
they're pet friendly.
They're pet friendly.
Bring the dog. That always works for me.
You might be able to get an insight on when new stuff comes into the store. These 2 are both from Buffalo Trace. Weller is impossible to find. I actually had to order this online. I paid slightly over retail. Weller is the original wheated bourbon. So this is the first time that somebody put wheat into a mash bill. Weller and Stagg Jr. and Buffalo Trace is where Pappy Van Winkle is made. We're going to save the Weller for another day when we talk about wheated bourbons specifically, but we are going to sample that Stagg Jr. today. I got a couple other things. I got the Woodford Reserve Double Oak, which is a great substitute. Like, we love the Elijah Craig Toasted, which is a new product, but it is impossible to find. So the Woodford Double Oak is a great substitute for that. Yeah. We're going to talk about that a little bit more when we go into making our cocktail today. But in addition, I also got, we talked about last time with the New York stuff, Hudson Baby. This is the Hudson Maple Cask Rye. This is what I got for Christmas. I got the Stagg Jr., the Hudson Baby Maple, the Woodford Reserve, and the Weller. So
needless to say, we don't remember December 26th very well.
So, like I said, I did promise we were going to try the Stagg Jr. today. Like I said, this is very hard to find. If you see it under $100, buy it. Okay, so before you sample, we're gonna read the tasting notes. If we go to the Buffalo Trace website.
Are they gonna say caramel? I'm just going by smell right now.
No, they're actually not. They're not gonna say caramel. So it says collection, George T. Stagg, Stagg Jr., rich, sweet chocolate and brown sugar flavors, and a balance of bold rye spiciness. The boundless finish lingers. They've like put some fancy words in here.
The buzzwords.
Hint of cherries, cloves, and smoke.
I think maybe the cloves and the brown sugar is what I was thinking is that.
Yeah, the brown sugar flavors and the smells are. I think that's the caramel that you're
I think that's probably what it was, yeah. Ooh, this one is. Got a lot of that.
A lot of upfront spice.
Yeah.
But it has a really good flavor, like after you drink it down, and then you sort of breathe a little bit.
It's always so funny that when you take a sip of like bourbon, you know, and this could be true for other alcohols, but when you take a sip, that way that burn hits you in different parts of your mouth.
The thing I forgot to mention is that this particular bottle of Stagg Jr. is not regular Stagg Jr. This is the Stagg Jr. barrel proof, so this is 130.2. Okay. So at 65.1 ABV, that's why it's a little burnier than the 100 proof ones that we've
This one's a regular Bernie Sanders. Strong and palatable. I did with the water in it. Strong brown sugar cloves. That's what I get.
Yeah, I mean, I still get like that fruitiness. That is a delight.
So what cocktail are we making today, and which one of these bourbons are we using to make it?
So we're gonna make the Scout's Uniform, which you love.
Fancy.
It is one of our favorites that we have invented. We are gonna have to get Steve on the smoke machine.
Just for the entrances.
Today in the cocktail, we are going to use the Woodford Double Oaked. What that means is that after they age it in the first virgin oak barrel, they put it in another charred oak barrel, so it gives it like even more of those smoky, woody flavors. So my favorite, I know we've talked about it, is we love Elijah Craig, and the Elijah Craig Toasted is so delicious. They put in another barrel that's been charred even more than the first barrel, and that gives it those toasty flavors that are sort of like a s'mores.
Yeah.
The cocoa, the graham, the like cinnamon, marshmallowy.
It's literally like what it feels like. It's Scout's Uniform. It's like around a campfire.
Yeah, and that's why we've named it that. Basically, it's a twist on an old fashioned with a couple extra ingredients and some smoke. Courtesy of Steve's fancy smoking machine. If you don't have a smoker at home, the drink is still going to be delightful. If you want to add a little bit of that smokiness, but you don't have a smoker, you can just like light a marshmallow on fire, blow it out, put that on the top to garnish, and you'll still get those like toasty, burnt, charred campfire smells, even if you don't have a fancy machine for it.
Well, let's go to the recipe.
Okay, so to make our Scout's Uniform cocktail, we are going to get some sort of oaky, toasty bourbon. Like I said, today we're going to be using the Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. We're going to do 2 ounces of the bourbon, a ½ ounce of Frangelico. So this is a hazelnut liqueur, and basically this isn't enough that we're making it hazelnutty. We're just wanting it to have sort of those nutty, toasty flavors to enhance the oak and the wood spices from the bourbon. We're gonna use cocoa bitters instead of the standard. This is Angostura brand, but this is cocoa. And that gives us our chocolate element. We're gonna do about 3 dashes per drink. And then we're gonna use our simple syrup, and we're gonna do like 1 pump per drink. That's about ½ ounce. So basically this is a twist on an old fashioned. Same things, 2 ounces of liquor, bitters, simple syrup, and then we're just adding a little bit of Frangelico. So this is like a campfire old fashioned. We shake. Instead of the normal like cherry orange peel garnish, we're going to do marshmallow. So if you get some fluff, which any good New Englander does, you're gonna just put some fluff on the edge of the glass and then take a blowtorch, which you clearly have in your house, or you should, and just lightly toast the edge of the marshmallow. So now we're going to get ice cubes, we're gonna put the drinks in the glass, and then we're going to smoke them. So we're gonna take you outside because we can't smoke in the house. Like blowing up an air mattress. Now this is a modified cake dish. So you smoke the glass, smoke the cocktail. This would cost you $42 at a restaurant. And there you have the Scouts uniform, a delightful campfire in a glass.
I gotta tell you, the smell of the wood chips as Steve smoked them was just so good.
That is so good.
I don't know why I'm two-handing this.
It's just so good. You're like,
the marshmallow
Anyway,
makes me nervous. I'm gonna stick
the
to some.
Scouts uniform is a delightful cocktail invented by us in my backyard. Enjoy it. Enjoy yourselves.
Yeah.
Enjoy your bourbon.
Let us know if you make this cocktail, or if you have something similar, something nice and smoky like this. We would love to give it a try.
We have 9 types of wood that we'd like to try in that smoker. So if you have suggestions, let us know.
Yes, so if you like this video, thumbs up, obviously, subscribe to the channel, all those fun things. Like I said, comments below, please and thank you. And that's gonna do it. We're gonna go enjoy our Scouts
Uniform.
I was gonna call it Scouts Honor. So I've learned nothing this entire episode.
Scouts uniform, and have it with some graham cereal. You'll thank us.
Oh yes, so we're gonna go enjoy that on the nice cool evening that we have here. So we hope you're doing well, and we'll see you next time. Bye everybody.
Discovering voices, building worlds. The Ampliverse.